My name is Mark Randall. I think I know all of you. So happy to be helping my good friend Steve Wagner. Steve has a very distinguished career in business and in politics, and now he is using his resources of time, talent, and treasure to work on an incredibly important work and concern of the church. So he's our host today, so please help me welcome Steve Wagner.
First of all, my organization is Solidarity with Persecuted Church, and SPC was created in order to raise money in the United States and share the generosity of Americans, particularly American Catholics, with the church where she's facing persecution. In the case of Nigeria, because I visited there last year, this is footage you're seeing of the internally displaced persons camps, and you see the very handsome Father Remy from time to time, who was my host there at the time. And there are people who are denying that there are IDP camps in Nigeria, so here is evidence that, in fact, they exist. Our goal today is to be able to buy a water truck for the Diocese of Makurdi, and Father will explain that. And I'd like to call on the Archbishop to reflect on his experiences in Nigeria. Turns out he has a particular affection for the Diocese of Makurdi, which is where, as we will see in a moment, a lot of the unfortunate violence is occurring. Please, Archbishop.
Thank you, Steve. So my affection for Makurdi begins with the generosity of Bishop Anagbe of sharing his priest with us in the Archdiocese of San Francisco. A very warm, loving people. By the time my trip came to an end, I was sad that I had to leave. So I experienced the vibrancy of the church there and their resilience then that's when I really understood the persecution that the church in Nigeria, and especially that part of Nigeria, is under. Father Remigius, who's with us, was in charge of caring for these internally displaced persons. He brought me to one of the camps. They do exist. I've been in one of them, and I've seen it looks exactly like you saw on the screen here, just dire circumstances. And lots of children. I remember one scene, I was walking by, a little girl was clutching her rosary in her hand. So tell me the power of their faith to get them through this. So please, thank you for your presence here. Please, your support, all support that you can give, spiritual and material support for our brothers and sisters struggling in Makurdi and throughout Nigeria. We're one body of Christ, and we need to rely on each other, and we both have riches to share and to exchange. So thank you again, and thank you, Steve, for all you're doing to help our brothers and sisters in Nigeria.
Let me invite to the microphone Father Remy, Diocese of Makurdi, who has been personally caring for the displaced Christians there and is here to share some eyewitness testimony and some suggestions about how we move forward in Nigeria. Dear Father.
Thank you, Stephen. Good afternoon, Your Excellency. Good afternoon, Ambassador, and everyone here. Good to see you. For instance, the Catholic Diocese of Makurdi ran the first IDP camps like 25 years ago. It was run by Father Moses Yorapu, that some of you here know him. He ran the first IDP camps. I'm running the second one, second IDP set of IDP camps. So 25 years ago, he ran the first camps when the Muslims started killing Christians and sending them away from their homes. As I speak to you, in the Diocese of Makurdi alone, or in Benue State, we have over 2 million people who are displaced from their homes. 2 million. And this information is found on internet. You can Google it. You can just say IDPs in Makurdi. You will see the information. It's not hidden. What is hidden is that many in the West try to hide it from what it is. It is a Muslim persecution of Christians, but they give it names. They say it is herder-farmer clashes, or they say it's an economic problem as a result of climate change, which is completely crap. We are trying to see how we can take back Christians who have been pushed away from their villages for 20 years, and in some cases 30 years. This is the long-term goal that we want. In the interim, these people are trapped in a situation that calls for your attention, a humanitarian catastrophe. They live in conditions that are unworthy of human beings, if I may tell you, because Stephen has been there, Jesse has been to Nigeria, and they went to the IDP camps. Your Excellency, the Archbishop, was to the IDP camps. They will tell you themselves what they see is people who are living in conditions that even animals could not live in those kind of conditions. So I will show you some slides that you will see for yourselves where they are being reduced to live. So we are requesting some help, even though the long-term goal is to take them to their ancestral homes. By the way, the Nigerian government is now telling us that we can't take them back, we should resettle them. We are saying no, we can't resettle these people, because if we resettle these people, it means that the Christian territory in Nigeria has been shrunk, and the Muslims will rename these places and plant emirs, as is the goal, is the strategy they always use. Turkey used to be a Christian country. You all know about that. The part of North Africa where Augustine comes from, that the Pope was there, used to be Christian, where they have all moved away now. In Nigeria, there are places like in Jos and in Kaduna, they have pushed away Christians, and they have renamed those villages to Muslim villages. So we want a return. This is what the aid to the church need, and some people like Stephen, who are helping us, are pushing the United States Congress to help us, a return to the ancestral homes. Otherwise, the Muslims will take over these places. They have been trying to do a census, and we're fighting against the census, because when they do a census, those terrorists who are organizing the Christian areas will become indigenous to the place. Because in Nigeria, you are indigenous to the place where you are born. It's not like in the United States where you can say wherever you are, as an American you are. In Nigeria, you are indigenous only to where you are born. So if someone pushes you out and takes the place, and in 10 years, no one says anything, he becomes indigenous to the place. So this is what the Muslims, this is the tactics they are using. So why our long-term goal is to take people back to their ancestral homes. In the interim, we want to help these people who are trapped in this. The help today that we're asking is to get them water, is to get some of them back to school, is to get help for food. There are immediate needs, because there are lactating mothers in the camps, there are elderly people, there are disabled people, there are child-headed households, because some children, their parents have been killed. Both parents, the mother and the father, have been killed, and the children are heading the households of the children that are left. So we are asking help in these areas. I've done some budget, and they are in details, and I've given them to Stephen. And we do want to assure you that whatever penny, whatever dollar is given to us will be judicially used exclusively for these people. It's not for any other intention. It will go directly to the people in need. And because the IDP camps are spread in different places, we're asking for a water tank that is mobile, so that we get treated water and drive in the various camps and supply water for these people. If you see what they drink as water, the color is not different from the wine that we're drinking this afternoon. That is how their water looks like. I mean, Stephen has seen the water himself. I don't know if you went to the ID camp and saw the water for yourself. This is a true situation of things. So
I mentioned an event in April that we had at the U.S. Embassy, the Vatican. It was fantastic. The turnout of the Vatican Diplomatic Corps was awesome. We had a brother priest of Father Remy, Father Moses from Makurdi, who participated. The Vatican representative was awesome, which came as a little bit of a surprise to me, but it was all engineered by Brian Birch, and I just want to say we are so blessed to have Brian representing the United States at Vatican at this time, and he's doing a fantastic job, and I'm so grateful for you and Sarah being with us today. Thank you.
No, thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, Your Excellency. Wonderful to see you here. Father, thank you for being here, for your witness. It's a place that I think we as Americans sometimes forget or don't pay a lot of attention to, not recognizing how different our world will be over the next 50 years and what sort of role Nigeria as a country will play. It will be enormous. It will be hugely significant for our church as well. I think there's something notable about, and I couldn't help thinking here as we were eating fine food and drinking well, there's not very many places in the world where people gather and eat a nice meal and talk about how to help Christians in Africa. This is such an enormous blessing to be part of the United States and to be given the opportunity to be a part of participating in causes and campaigns and ministries and charitable efforts where, as the gospel says, to whom much has been given, much is expected. What an enormous gift to us to be a part of this and to be able to help our Christian brothers and sisters in the faith. So thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.